Have you ever faced the risk of copyright infringement or been impacted by fake news and academic dishonesty? Worry not, text watermarking is here to the rescue. Welcome to our comprehensive discussion on the innovative use of text watermarking in the era of large language models, or LLMs. Text watermarking, a technique for embedding imperceptible identifiers into text, has been crucial in copyright protection, document authentication, and the fight against plagiarism. With LLMs, the scope of text watermarking has expanded, integrating more sophisticated watermarking algorithms that enhance security without compromising text quality. This session covers two primary types of text watermarking: watermarking for existing text, which embeds watermarks into already existing text using format-based or lexical-based methods, and watermarking for LLMs, which incorporates watermarks directly into the text generation process of LLMs. Let's first explore the format-based watermarking in text, an approach inspired by techniques used in image watermarking. This method involves altering the format rather than the content of the text to embed watermarks, ensuring the original message remains untouched. We begin with line shift coding and word shift coding, techniques developed by Brassel and others, which adjust the vertical and horizontal positioning of text lines and words. Although effective, these techniques are limited to texts formatted as images and do not alter the textual content directly. To enhance versatility, Poor and others introduced UniSpac, inserting different Unicode space characters to subtly alter text spacing. Similarly, Rizzo and others employed Unicode homoglyph substitution, using visually similar characters with different Unicode codes to embed watermarks. The EasyMark family further diversifies watermarking methods with whitemark, variant mark, and print mark, each tailored to embed watermarks seamlessly without altering the perceived text. However, these methods can be detectable under certain conditions and are vulnerable to attacks such as the dash attack, which strives to remove or forge watermarks through canonicalization techniques. Next, let's delve into lexical-based watermarking, a sophisticated approach that modifies text at the word level to embed watermarks without changing the sentence structure. This method enhances the security of text by replacing selected words with their synonyms, making the watermarking less detectable and more resistant to simple reformatting attacks. Introduced by Topkara and others, the synonym substitution method uses sources like WordNet to select replacements, with the detection process mirroring the embedding technique to extract messages. Munya and Zhong took this further by integrating semantic models such as Word2Vec with BERT, improving the identification of suitable synonyms and enhancing watermark detection. However, basic synonym substitution can sometimes ignore the context, affecting text quality. To combat this, Yang and others developed a BERT-based infill model for context-aware lexical substitutions, ensuring that replacements fit naturally into the text. They also introduced a method to encode watermarks using binary values, which allows statistical tests to detect alterations effectively. Yu and others further refined this approach by fine-tuning their model to preserve keywords and maintain syntax, significantly increasing resistance to watermark removal. Next, we explore syntactic-based watermarking, a sophisticated approach to embedding watermarks by altering the syntactic structure of text. This method enhances the resilience of watermarks against removal tactics, such as random synonym replacement, by making changes that are grammatically coherent yet serve as hidden markers. Introduced by Atala and others, syntactic transformations like adjunct movement, clefting, and passivization modify sentence structures to embed distinct watermark messages. For example, moving adverbs within a sentence, emphasizing specific parts through clefting, or converting active voices to passive. Each transformation corresponds to a unique watermark bit, making detection a matter of analyzing syntax changes. Further developments by Topkara and others include additional transformations such as activization and topicalization, expanding the scope and applicability of syntactic watermarking. Additionally, studies like those by Merrill et al. Demonstrate the suitability of these methods for languages rich in morphological features, such as Turkish, emphasizing the need for language-specific adaptations. As we delve deeper, we'll see how syntactic-based watermarking not only protects text integrity, but also requires careful consideration to maintain the natural flow and readability of the original text. Next, let's delve into generation-based watermarking, the cutting-edge frontier in the field of text watermarking. This innovative approach leverages the power of pre-trained language models to embed watermarks directly into text, producing watermarked content that is both natural and indistinguishable from the original. Traditional watermarking methods, though effective, often rely on rigid rules that can result in noticeable and unnatural text modifications. These alterations not only degrade text quality, but also make the watermarks vulnerable to removal and forgery by savvy attackers. Enter the generation-based watermarking technique. Here, the original text along with a watermark message is encoded using a transformer encoder and then processed by a transformer decoder to generate the watermarked text seamlessly. This method, pioneered by Abdelnaby and Fritz with their AWT system, integrates sentence and message embeddings to create a composite that is both secure and coherent. Building on this, Zhang and others introduced Remark LLM, which enhances the AWT by employing a reparameterization step with Gumbel softmax to produce sparser token distributions, doubling the watermark signatures while preserving detection accuracy. Let's now discuss training time watermarking, where the watermark is integrated into the LLM during its training phase. This involves embedding a watermark message within a subset of the training dataset, subsequently influencing the model's output when triggered by specific inputs. While effective for protecting dataset copyrights, this method has its limitations, such as potential degradation in model performance and a restricted scope of application due to the specificity of the inputs required. Next, let's delve into watermarking during logits generation, a sophisticated approach where watermarks are added during the generation of logits, the raw outputs from the model that precede the final text output. This phase includes various techniques like KGW and Sweet, which manipulate the logits to embed watermarks that are hard to detect and robust against removal. Lastly, watermarking during token sampling is covered, where modifications are made at the final stage of text generation. This method ensures that the sampled tokens include embedded watermarks, enhancing the security of the generated content without compromising text quality. Let's look toward a future where text watermarking becomes a pivotal element in maintaining the integrity and security of digital content.